Guess what I'm really excited about today? Well, I'll tell you. I went on a website called ebay.com, ebay.com, and there are auctions there for all kinds of things. Lipstick, clothing, cars, boats, and broadaxes. This one right here, I took one look at and thought, hey, it's not in bad condition. It seems to be nice and old. And from the description, there's a known history, which for some reason I'm fond of. A known history. Somebody knows somebody who had this thing 100 years ago. This is an 1880s era broadaxe, probably made in the United States. There is an insignia on it that says I chew. It's a single bevel broadaxe. It weighs about 8 pounds. It's about, I'd say 20 inches long, and this face is 10 of it almost. So, geez. I got this because, like I said in the past, I want to build a log cabin. What I want to do is build a log cabin. That's my dream. Gotta have a broadaxe if you're going to build a log cabin. I'm starting to acquire some of the tools while I'm in a limbo zone before getting land and having property and a timber stand to actually tear down to build a log cabin. So now's the time. I've got the time to keep my eyes peeled for things like this. It came from a lady named Helen in New Jersey, and she gave me a really nice note. She knows her great-grandfather owned this axe, and that he built a cabin and ran a farm in the 1800s in New Jersey. I'm very excited to have this. This is a really great find, something that I will cherish in my collection forever and ever. But it's duller than a bag of donkeys right now. So I'm going to put a nice shiny edge on it. I'm not going to show you how to do this. I'm just going to show you that I started with this rusty, probably hasn't been used in nearly 100 years, edge, a lot of pitting on it. I don't know if that's visible by the camera, but there's some visible pitting. Looks like somebody took the axe to chain link fence or something at one point. I forgive you. So I'm not gonna go through and tell you how to do this because I'm kind of just figuring it out on my own. Just want to do a quick before and after, show you how this thing looked when I got it, and then how it will be when I plan to use it. Here's what I'm left with after about 20 minutes of honing on this thing with a file. Just with a file, no machines required, and boy, that's a gorgeous edge. Not sharp or anything. It probably cut some wood, but it's definitely not cutting my hand or going to shape my face. I will be leaving all this beautiful brown, rusty, old stuff on here. This is part of the tool. A lot of guys like to take this kind of tool. They get something real old like this. What is this? 150 years old. They'll take it and they'll skin off all of this and bring it back to a condition that I like to call off the shelf at Lowe's. They really, really want to bring it back to a gleaming porn starlet of a hewing axe. I don't get it. This right here is more beautiful, especially in contrast with this. When the whole thing is this color, not quite as cool looking. So I tend to leave things like this. It's also a lot less work. Know what I'm saying? So I pretty much finished up on this edge. This, I don't know. I don't know about this. What am I going to do? It's still going to cut the heck out of some wood, and I'll be sharpening this thing over and over and over again, and I'll be darned if I don't push this edge back a millimeter eventually and take care of that. I'm going to flip this over and work on the other edge. I know I just said that I'm not going to take this down to bare metal and make it look like it's off the shelf at Lowe's, but what I'm doing here with this tool is just reducing the amount of friction from that powdery rust texture on the back, just to make it smoother as it cuts through the wood. This surface is going to bear a lot of friction on the side of the beam as I hew. Sorry for being misleading. This is what you end up with after an hour and a half of keeping at it nice and steady. That's a sharp edge right there. I don't quite think it'll cut hair. No, it won't. But I'm still working on it. Pulled out the old stone and going at it with the stone, just barely on that edge, just trying to take that micron off. I don't know how sharp I want to get it to have it be practically usable, and there's still that huge bit of pitting right there. But that, you know what, that's a lot less dramatic than it was when I started. So, you know, I'll probably go through a course of logs in 5 years when I'm actually building this cabin, and then go back to sharpen it again. And I'll say goodbye to these chain link fence dents. Well, here you have it. The finished single bevel hewing axe that I bought off of eBay. I haven't used eBay in years. I've bought maybe a handful of things off of eBay. I don't even know. But I thought, boy, I sure could use a hewing axe for my cabin building, because I'm doing a lot of research on that right now. And I just wanted to jump the gun and get on it real quick before they were all taken. So I got on eBay and I found this one. It looked to be in good condition and it had a little bit of history, and I just clicked the button. And next thing I know, I'm communicating with a person in New Jersey, and it belonged to her great-grandfather, and it's just got great history. And I really want to thank her for selling this. I know she was a little bit conflicted about it. She didn't want to go to an antique dealer that was just going to resell it for a profit, which I completely understand. It's a family heirloom, and I feel like I'm in the family now. So thank you very much, Helen. And thank you, Edward, wherever you are these days. You're here in my heart with me whenever I use this tool. A lot of folks, guys, they'll name their tools. They'll say, this here's Beatrice, you know, and they'll pull out their saw or their knife or whatever. I thought there would be no better name for this tool than Helen. It happens to be my grandmother's name. It's a beautiful name, and I thought, why not? This is Helen. Anyway, thank you very much, Helen. Thank you very much, Edward. And thank you very much, YouTube, for watching my video. Have a great night.